Well, good afternoon, everybody.
Mr. Auctioneer.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry you haven't started yet, but I do have a question.
No problem. Go ahead.
I've noticed there's no lightning conductor on the roof of this building. I noticed that this is a very high thunderstrike area. What provisions have been made for lightning?
Well, my understanding, although I'm not entirely sure of this, sir, that there are no provisions for such an incident. And with all due respect, I have seen a fair bit of it in Hobart over the last few days, so that would be a slight concern to me. I'm sure, sir, with a building of this substance and quality, though, that there is something there which I'm sure the other residents of the block will have done their due diligence on over periods of time. And I think you'd probably rest assured that that's been covered off in some manner. I'm sorry I can't do any better than that for you today, sir, but you look a clever man to me. I think you've done some work on this. Good luck to you. So welcome, I say, to Battery Point. It is quite simply the historic hub of Hobart. We will take you today on a voyage of the sights of this mighty maritime city. And we won't even move outside your penthouse apartment. My name's Mark Sumich, and I'm here today on behalf of the team at Corkills, and I appreciate the work that they've put into the marketing. Been a tremendous effort by them. And to our owners, we really do appreciate the presentation and wish you all the best in your future endeavours. I'm going to whistle through a few of the terms and conditions of the auction, give you a brief rundown of what we have up for offer here today, and then I'll whistle into the auction promptly after that. So to your contract I take you. And we're here today on behalf of Tiger Island Nominees Limited. We're selling their property at 20 Runnymede Street, Battery Point in Hobart. It is lot 44 on Strata Plan 143029, and I can inform you that as per the full schedule supplied through the campaign, the chattels that are in situ at the apartment right now are included in the sale. Now the good news for you folks is that we're offering a vacant possession with a settlement date 1 calendar month from now to the 2nd of October 2009. If you don't settle on that date, you'll be burdened with penalty interest at 14% per annum. Don't go there. All bids today are clearly inclusive of GST. There's no question about that. Now the owners have given me a written reserve figure. I won't be disclosing that to you, but subject to it being reached here today, the highest bidder will be the purchaser. If a dispute arises concerning any bid, I'll put the property up again at the last undisputed bid. Now the auctioneer may refuse any bid. It's always our preference that you don't retract your bid. And if at any stage I need to bid on behalf of the owners, I will alert you to that fact promptly, so nobody's even slightly confused. Now you have two simple obligations after the fall of the hammer. The first one is to sign the contract, fairly straightforward, and secondly to pay a deposit.
Mr. Auctioneer, a question, if I may, because I'm worried. I've been reading in your brochure, you talk about this property being peaceful and quiet, and I'm worried about the pub and the restaurant below and the noise late at night. What guarantees can you give me about this?
Well, sir, I appreciate the question. Not an unexpected one, I might add. But look, it's fair to say you are inner city living at its very best in this great city. And I say to you, the height that you are up off the ground, sir, will alleviate many of those noise issues. And I'm sure someone as young and as clever as you will be out there enjoying that nightlife, just like I wish I could. Hope you're okay with that. Appreciate it. I think we mentioned the deposit. Just a mere 10% will suffice today. Now, I'm not going to burden you with any more of the contract. Suffice to say, I'll assume you have read the document, understand it, and are bidding on these terms here today. May I make that wide sweeping generalisation? Excellent. Good work, Corkills. Folks, we have had to endure all the oohs and ahs over the last month. The wow factor is immediate and, frankly, expected. I mean, have a butcher's hook at this, will you? It's anything but ordinary. Hobart is now no close cousin to your Sydney or Melbourne. No, 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 no. It has an international identity all of its own, and its Everest is available today. From Captain McGregor's turret overseeing the Derwent to Lindisfarne and Rosny Point on the North Shore, through Tasman Bridge with its gaping hole, courtesy of Captain Pelk out of 75, to Constitution Dock, Government House, and the potent Mount Wellington. The geography lesson is thorough, complete, and available to you free of charge from your penthouse. The complex may be known as Lena, Aborigine for hut. I'd call it great mate, which is Australian for the very, very best. From the Tasmanian oak floors to the Burl Murte-clad European kitchen, the soaring stud and sunrooms, and the ceiling-to-floor windows out on the northern wing. The home is without compromise, folks. Totally automated, flexible in all respects. Nothing has been left to the imagination. Throw in 4 car parks, they tell me you can pick up a piano a week for it downstairs. No trouble. The rent, that's what you can grab. So they're telling me. We adjoin the green belt of the delightful Prince's Park, and the culinary and arty delights of Salamanca are essentially adjacent. Mario's Cappuccino's recommended. It's out to about $4.80 a pop at the moment, but it's the real thing. But folks, it's the killer views. They're there from this cutting-edge design of your penthouse, which will leave the lasting impression. The veritable cornucopia of lights and water is quite simply irreplaceable. Ladies and gentlemen, we in Tasmania are proud, assured of our rich history. The tapestry of our ancestry is woven into the sparkling, cosmopolitan vibrancy of our now. And I urge you to grab it here today at 20 Runnymede Street. Are there any final matters that need attending? Excellent. Well, I have a final question for you. What is this property worth here today, folks? I'd like you to get things underway promptly if you wouldn't mind.